In the early 1800s, Russia was the largest in size and by far the most populated European nation. Although the population was very large, Russia felt pressured by the modernized countries surrounding it. At the time, Russia was still ruled by czars who had absolute power, but they did not want change. The individual philosophies of these rulers had an effect on the whole nation. Under Alexander I, the serfs were still hard-working people. Serfs were basically slaves in Russia. In the early 1800s, Russia was still practicing feudalism, so the serfs were forced to work the land for their rulers. After Alexander I died, the Decembrist revolts followed due to fighting over who would be his successor. Many changes were to come in the future. But at the same time as the revolts were happening, a war against Napoleon was going on. Revolutionary ideas were being spread to the Russian citizens. When Nicholas I came to power as the next Tsar, the revolt came to an end. Many Russians were sent to Siberia. After Nicholas I the Tsar came Alexander II. His feud led to the Crimean War, which Russia lost. It was an embarrassing loss and made Russia sign the Treaty of Paris with the British, French, and Turks. Losing the Crimean War made Alexander II realize he needed to modernize his country. Alexander II was a more liberal ruler and abolished serfdom. The serfs were finally freed after years of revolts. Modernization of Russia continued with Alexander III when he built the Trans-Siberian Railway. It was the longest railway in Europe and ran from Moscow to the Pacific Ocean. This railway expanded the trade of Russia to China and Japan. This has been Russian nationalism in the 1800s in plain English.